Hey, do you struggle with winging scapula or a sense of shoulder instability? Well, today I'm going to show you one exercise that can drastically improve how you feel. Hi, I'm Vincent from Upright Health, where we help you think right, move right, and feel right. If you're new to the channel, be sure to check out the description box below for helpful links to our do-it-yourself programs. So the exercise in question is the Whippet. I'm going to show you how to do it, common mistakes, and why it can have so much carryover to how your shoulders feel. So to perform the Whippet, you're going to need a resistance band. You can start with a very light one, and if it's too easy, just pick a heavier one over time. Grab the band like so that it wraps around your hands. Next, place it behind you so that the band crosses your shoulder blades. So not too high, not too low, but right across your shoulder blades. So now with the band in my hands like so, crossing my shoulder blades, I'm ready to begin the exercise, and it looks like this. So, a couple of key points here. Key point number one, keep the wrists and the elbows straight the entire time. Notice how at no time during the rep am I allowing my elbows to bend, nor my wrists to bend. I'm keeping them straight the entire time. That's key point number one. Key point number two, try to feel your shoulder blades moving towards your spine as your hands move behind you, and away from your spine as you move your hands forward. One cue that you may find helpful in executing this is thinking about ripping the band apart between your shoulder blades. So see this segment of the band between my shoulder blades? I'm going to try to rip that segment apart, and in doing so, that will spread my shoulder blades across my rib cage away from my spine. And likewise, as I move my hands behind me, I'm going to try to make that segment of the band shorten, and in doing so, my shoulder blades will move closer to my spine before it moves away from my spine again. So that's key point number two, make your shoulder blades move. Common mistakes. Number one, rib flare. It looks like this. Notice how my ribs are sticking out through my t-shirt. Proper rep should look like this. Notice how now there's a slight rounding in my mid to upper back. As opposed to the wrong way. So that's mistake number one, rib flare. Mistake number two, letting the shoulder blades glide up and over at any point during the rep, and it looks like this. Or like this. Whereas a proper rep would look like this. And that's mistake number two. Mistake number three, not spreading the shoulder blades far apart enough, and it looks like this. Whereas a good rep would look like this. Notice how much farther I'm reaching compared to when I don't allow my shoulder blades to spread that far. If you're in doubt, if you're at your what feels like your end range and you're not sure if you're making this mistake or not, try to go a little farther. Really try to rip that band apart behind you. You may find that you get a few more centimeters out of it, and that is where you should aim for every single time. Mistake number four, treating it like a chest fly. See, in a chest fly, you're trying to squeeze your pecs, your chest muscles, so that you can clap your hands pretty much. Whereas in the Whippet, that's not the intention. The intention should be to reach as far away as possible. So that means your forearms should never get closer to each other than right about here. So that's mistake number 4. Now let's go into the why of this exercise. Let's establish that your arm is connected to the rest of your body via your shoulder blade. Your upper arm connects into a socket, and that socket is part of your shoulder blade. So if the muscles that control how your shoulder blade moves on your torso, if those muscles are not functioning properly, then your shoulder blade can't move properly, and everything else that's connected to that socket that is part of your shoulder blade cannot move properly either. So how this exercise helps is it emphasizes a muscle called the serratus anterior that is majorly responsible for getting your shoulder blade to move properly on your torso. And if you'd like to know more about the relationship between your shoulder blade and your torso, I wrote a whole article on it that you can check out below. All right, and that's the video, guys. If you found it helpful, be sure to check out the description box below for links to our do-it-yourself programs, as well as more free content on shoulder health. And if you liked the video, please like the video, subscribe, share it with anyone who may also find it helpful. And as always, remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't. And that's... Is that? Yeah, that's mistake number 2. That's mistake number 2. Yeah. And that's mistake number 2.